Trey, man, it looks like you've been getting open down the field last couple of weeks, but for whatever reason, you can't get the ball, man. You feel like that's something you guys are going to be able to capitalize on soon?
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal ultimately. I just look at it, the way I look at it is just keep running my routes, keep winning. The ball will find you. And, that's the most exciting part, obviously, when it does and you get the chance to score and do big things.
Is it still, encouraging to know you are getting a step on the defense down the field and feel like, eventually it'll pay off?
Yeah, I mean, me personally, man coverage is my favorite just because I feel like my man coverage, rate is just high, just because, the type of player that I am. So anytime my team's a heavy man, it's always, I'm always smiling from ear to ear. And yeah, like you said, I mean, it'll hit. The ball will find you. At the end of the day, just keep getting open, keep winning, because when it does find you, you have the chance to do special things. And it's a lot of games in the league, a lot of opportunities, and they'll come.
Yeah, just thoughts on the Broncos secondary, man, and just the matchups you'll be looking at in this game.
Yeah, obviously they got Pat Surtain. I mean, I think he's, one of the best in the league, if not the best in the league. Very good, and it allows him to do a lot of things differently because how good he is. So for us, it's obviously a great matchup. We didn't get to play against him the first game. Then they got Riley Moss. He's good as well. I played against those guys for a couple years, so it's one of those games you kind of know, and they know me, I know them, and it's kind of like best man wins type thing. And then their back end, I mean, they're very ball hawks, and we don't have to talk about their front. I mean, those guys are insane. So
you expect to match up with PS2 a little bit more this time and kind of look forward to that challenge? Against the league's best.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, we'll draw a couple matchups. Depending on the formation we're in and what we're doing and what they feel like we're doing. So, I know. Depending on what they do, like they'll match him, so I'm sure he'll be on Brock a little bit, and then he'll move around. Like I said, they just try to figure out what formation you're in and guess where the ball's going, and if they're in that match coverage, then that's probably who he's going to be on. So definitely excited. Like I said, I've gone against him for a couple of years, and definitely one of the best in the league.
Trey, you've had a couple of different offensive coordinators since you were drafted. I know it was a small sample size, but can you talk a little bit about Greg Olsen and maybe some of the differences that you felt with him in terms of the play calling?
Yeah, definitely, a couple different offensive coordinators, but, I think Ole, he's very good at what he does. He's been a coordinator before. And, I think just all we're trying to do, man, is just finish the season strong, no matter what goes on, all that. So, he's going to try to put us in the best position. And, it's not all on the coaches, too, it's on us, we've got to go out there and execute. And you hear a lot of time, players not plays. So, no matter who's calling the plays, we've got to go out there and execute. And, when we do that, then, a lot of the coaches get the credit that they deserve, So when we don't, then things happen in the building, and that's just the nature of the business. So put that on myself, obviously everyone else should as well, but we've got to do better, execute, land our shots, and be in a good position.
What is one thing you feel like you, maybe personally or maybe even the offense altogether, can hang your hat on and say, hey, we got better here this season, or this, we're better at the end of the season than we were at the start of the season in this area?
Yeah, I think I would just say I feel like from last year compared to this year, I think we're a little more multiple. I think last year I feel like we just kind of, we're like, I don't know how to say it, but basically I just feel like we're more multiple this year, do a bunch of different things, move around a lot. I think I saw something where someone said we motion the most in the NFL. So that's good because, it makes the defense have to communicate. It makes them have to adjust, and when they're thinking, they're not playing. So that's our whole goal, and I just think we're more multiple, do a bunch of different things this year.
So as a wide receiver, just as a teammate, like what goes through your head when you see Brock Bowers do what he does? When playing next to him, how does that feel?
Oh my gosh! he does that stuff in practice, so it's like it's insane, but it's so regular for him that it just becomes regular. I just remember when Geno threw the ball, I saw Brock go for it, but no one signaled anything. He got up and threw the ball, it was 100%. He caught the ball. So, there's not going to be no review. Even the ref was just like, yeah, he caught. So, he's the best in the league and great teammate, and I love playing alongside him.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.